Let me tell you something, Pack Nation. It is 2:30 in the morning. I am sitting in my recliner in the dark like some kind of large, sad gremlin. Cannot sleep. I pick up my phone. I start going down YouTube. You know exactly how this goes. You start on one thing, and 4 clicks later, you're watching a 15-minute video about speed. What is speed? How do we define it? Whether the 40-yard dash is actually measuring anything real about a football player. And I am locked in, fully awake at 2:30 in the morning in Peshtigo, Wisconsin. Now, I do not know this fellow who made the video, but he said something that split my head open like a hickory nut. He said that fast is not one thing. It is not your top-end number. It is not a combine result. It is processing. It is feel. It is something called curvilinear sprinting, a phrase I am going to use until people start crossing the street to avoid me, and it is rhythm. He said the fastest guys on a football field are sometimes not the fastest guys in the gym. Whew. I sat up in that recliner so fast, I tweaked my lower back, which I am not going to tell you my exact age, but I will tell you that tweaking your back getting out of a chair is a thing that happens to me now. That is what this sport has done to me. I regret nothing. But listen, are you hearing this? Because my brain went immediately to Green Bay. The video talks about Xavier Worthy. 4, 2, 1. Fastest 40 in combine history. The man is a biological projectile. And his sophomore year in the NFL, 1 touchdown. 1. Because track fast, raw, straight line, stand in a gym and gun it fast does not automatically hand you football fast. Speed in a vacuum is just a number. Football is not a vacuum. You understand me? Then they talk about Puka Nacua, 36th percentile in the 3-cone, around the 50th in the 40. On paper, no business-breaking rookie records. But he finds fast. He processes. He knows where the opening is before it even exists. The combine cannot put a number on that, and the video explains why. It gets into something called processing speed, how fast your brain reads a field and makes a decision. Not your legs, your brain. A receiver who processes faster gets open faster. He creates separation before his feet even move. Are you hearing this? Then the video brings in baseball. And stay with me here because this circles all the way back. They talk about a big, heavy guy, one of the slowest sprint speeds in all of baseball last year. We are talking bottom 2% out of 500-plus track players. This man stole 19 bases in 54 games, tied for 3rd in the entire league. A man who cannot outrun a reasonable golden retriever is stealing bags against the best catchers in the world. How? Because he reads the pitcher. He reads the secondary lead. He processes so fast that his brain gives him a jump his legs alone could never buy. He is not fast. He is smart fast. And smart fast, Pack Nation, write this down. Smart fast is real fast. Now, I have been watching Jayden Reed for 2 seasons. 2 seasons, and I have been calling him a good slot receiver, a solid piece, a nice contributor, like he is a dependable backup generator. I have been out here calling this man a backup generator when he might be the whole power grid. Jayden Reed ran a 4.47 at the combine. Solid number. Not going to make anyone sob into their clipboard. But his 3-cone drill, the event the video says most closely measures actual football field speed, the bend and cut, the curvilinear stuff. Reed ran that thing in the top 10% for wide receivers at the combine. I had to look that up on my phone at 2:30 in the morning like a man who should absolutely be asleep. But there it is. He is not Xavier Worthy. He might be better than Xavier Worthy for what we actually need from a receiver. This man is built for the bend, built for the stutter and the angle. He does not run by you. He makes you go the wrong way. And then he walks past you. He finds fast. He is football fast. And I have been treating him like he is just a piece when he might be the piece on this offense. Am I crazy? Tell me I am crazy. I will wait. Stick around, because we are about to talk about Matthew Golden, about Jordan Love, and about why Jonathan Gannon's scheme might be about to make this entire receiver room look faster than any of us realize. Now, Matthew Golden. I am going to be honest with you. That is what I do. I am a man who tweaks his back in a recliner and watches YouTube videos at 2:30 in the morning and then makes a podcast about it. Honesty is all I have got. I do not know yet if Matthew Golden is a field guy. That is the truth. I have watched the college tape. He has speed, real speed, not just gym speed. He has the tools. He has the quickness. But does he process? Does he have that Puka Nakua software running underneath? Does he find fast? And here is what the NFL does, Pack Nation. It answers that question fast. There is no hiding at this level. Training camp will tell us things. The preseason will tell us things. And I will be watching from my recliner, which at this rate is where I live now. And I will be clocking every route this man runs. But here is what I do know about the situation Matthew Golden is walking into. Jonathan Gannon's scheme, the 3-safety penny front, the quarters coverage, the way he distributes responsibility across the secondary, it creates seams. It creates windows that open up in specific spots on specific timing. And those windows do not reward pure track speed. They reward feel. They reward a receiver who can read coverage before the snap, identify where the soft spot is going to develop, and be there before it opens. Stay with me here, because Jordan Love does the exact same thing from the quarterback position. We talk about Love's arm. We talk about his improvisation. But what we do not talk about enough, what does not get its full credit, is how fast this man processes. He gets through his progressions fast. He sees things before they develop. He reads the field in a way that most quarterbacks in this league cannot. That is feel at the most important position on the field. That is smart fast. And when you pair a quarterback who finds fast with a receiver who finds fast, you get plays that look like magic. That is not an accident. That is two guys operating on the same frequency at the same processing speed. That is what is sitting in Green Bay right now. And I do not think the rest of the league has fully accounted for it. I am not sure we have fully accounted for it. You know what kept coming to my mind while I was watching this video? There is a thing that happens in Wisconsin every February. And I know this because Wisconsin is actively trying to destroy me, and I stay anyway. You get a January thaw, 42 degrees. The snow goes soft. You go outside without a coat for the first time in 2 months, and you think, this is it. Spring is turning. And then, 4 days later, it is minus 18, and your truck will not start, and you feel like an absolute clown forever believing the thaw was real. That is how I have been treating this receiver room, waiting for the bottom to fall out, expecting the thaw to snap back to winter. But Packnation, what if this time it is real? What if Jaden Reed is exactly as good as that video suggests? What if Matthew Golden has the feel we need? What if Jordan Love, putting these guys in the right spots at the right moment, is the variable that makes this whole thing click together? I watched the video about cheetahs and stolen bases and curvilinear sprinting at 2:30 in the morning, and I came away more optimistic about the 2026 Packers than I have been in 6 months. I am fully aware of how that sounds. My back hurts. I have not slept, and I feel great about this football team. That is what this show is, Pack Nation. We go down the rabbit hole. We watch the weird videos. We make the connections that nobody else is making. And then we bring it all back to 1265 Lombardi Avenue every single time. Subscribe to Let Me Tell You Something on the Packernet Podcast Network. Leave us a review. Share this episode with a Packers fan who thinks they know what fast looks like. Because after today, I promise you, they do not. Not the way we just broke it down. I am Big Sal. Fast is not what you think it is. And Green Bay has more of it than anyone realizes. Pack Nation, I will talk to you next time.